guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl latesha-kharizma. To all my new KSQUAD members, hey girl, hey. Let's jump into this review. Guys, okay, before we start, so me and Courtney Janine were going to collab on this unit, but we both were having some technical difficulties with the wig. Courtney decided that she did not want to collab on this one. Totally understandable. We're going to collab on a different one. But also, this one almost didn't even happen for me, but we're going to get into it right now. Okay guys, so we're back with another wig review. Today we're talking about the Perfect Hairline by Outre Glueless 13x6 HD lace front wig, PH1. I have her in the color brown copper swirl. I'm going to link everything on the bottom box below if you guys want to go ahead and purchase her, as well as leave you a little discount code from Ebony Line, and shout out to Ebony Line for sponsoring this video today. But let's just go ahead and get into the stats, you guys. This comes with your standard 2 combs in the front, 1 comb in the back with your adjustable straps. The style on this unit is loose wavy, synthetic fiber, 28 inches in length. This is a glueless wig with a pre-attached elastic band, 13x6 frontal, HD transparent lace, no plucking required, and this is heat resistant, fiber safe, up to 400 degrees. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the gossip. Okay, so PH1 was really anticipated. I really wanted to review this because I loved the style on the style card. It was absolutely gorgeous, definitely giving late 70s, early 80s, you know, the little flips and this and that and all that good jazz. I really wanted to do this. It kind of reminded me of the Bombshell unit from Free Tress. So of course I got the unit, took her out the package and just was like, girl, what is going on with this wig? First of all, it's a lot of hair. It's all over the place. The density on this wig is perfect. I'm not gonna say not too much, not too little. It's a little bit much, okay? It's a little bit much, but it still is a great density, right? You done full tracks going throughout the unit. The texture on this is gonna be a soft, yaki texture. Not gonna say light yaki. It's definitely not too light. It's definitely like in the middle. It's like a middle yaki texture, but my fingers are going right through it. Very soft. Also, it is a lot of hair, but for me, it doesn't feel too heavy. But would I recommend this during the summer months? Of course not, ma'am. This is definitely going to be a fall and winter month unit just because of how much hair this is. Okay, so 13x6 frontal, that's definitely saving the unit as well. Let's go ahead and get into the color stories, you guys. So we have the 99J, the brown copper swirl, which is what I'm wearing, champagne blonde, deep auburn, espresso brown, strawberry gold, DRSTTOFRO, and of course your 1, your 1B, and your 2. Went ahead and went with a safe color, which is the brown copper swirl. Did not want to touch that champagne blonde color or strawberry gold. I had told Courtney early on, I'm not messing with that blonde, because usually with blondes and synthetic units, the fibers tend to just not feel right for me. Sometimes they're really hard, wiry, you know, it just does not pan out right, especially with a yaki textured unit. Ma'am, I stays away, okay? I stays away. I'm like, girl, give me the safe color. Give me the safe color, girl, because I am not trying to get this wig looking all yippy yap, okay? So for me, I would definitely recommend a safe color choice with Miss PH1. So this unit fits small, medium, and large head girls. I have a small peanut size head. This does come with the pre-attached elastic band back there that you can, you know, kind of finagle with just to get your head size correct and get that wig on there nice and tight. Although it's glueless, you still want to make sure that your wig is attached good and to where it's, you know, not, you know, to where it's not uncomfortable or anything like that. So it's fitting me nice and snug, loving it. Now let's go ahead and get into everything else, ma'am. Love the style, but notice when I took her out the package, the curls were not formed on this unit. You definitely can go in and curl it yourself if you want to on a safe setting on your flat iron or your hot curler or whatever you choose to use. I don't dib and dab in any of that. To me, these are synthetic units. And if you have, you know, your flat iron or your comb set a little bit too high, you can literally ruin the unit. Also, I would not cut layers into this unit just because of the texture of the hair. It's very hard to curl. So if I were you, I would not cut layers into this unit either. If you're not cool with it being 28 inches, then, you know, hey, ain't nothing I can do for you, girl. But I really would not cut layers into the unit. There are already layers cut into the unit. Obviously, for me, the layers are okay, but like I said, it just weren't curled enough for me. So I really was taking my vent brush and trying to just brush volume and curls into the unit as much as I could, because like I said, I did not want to go in with a flat iron or whatnot and curl it myself and ruin the unit. So yeah, I was a little bit scared, like I said, taking out the package, because I'm like, what am I gonna do with this? Oh my God, help me, Lord. We got to get this wig together, because like I said, I was this close to not even reviewing the unit. And I'm like, hold up, girl. Now, you've been reviewing wigs since 2016. Y'all know you can do something with this wig, ma'am. So obviously, the first style that I did, I wanted to keep it down, sort of like the style that's on the stock card. And for me, it came out pretty decent. Now, of course, in the stock card, it's more layered, obviously. But for me, I was still cool with it, right? It was really easy to style that way. I did go in on the bangs with a little bit of heat from my flat iron. But other than that, nothing too like special. Just kind of combed it and brushed it with that bent brush just to get it where I wanted it to be. And I was really happy with how that first style came out. Obviously, I'm wearing the second style, which is the half up, half down. And I think this one is cool too. I mean, I could have put more hair up in the ponytail, but like I said, I was just playing it safe. And once again, I loved how it came out. Looks really good to me, like whatever. Also, you guys, as far as, I would say, yes, it's glueless, but as far as like the ear tabs and stuff, they're definitely there with that strap, so it's a bit uncomfortable trying to put this behind your ear. I obviously wouldn't even recommend that, but it's definitely up to you. But for me, I would not put this behind my ear. You know, where the hairline is fairly thick, where you cut the lace at, and I just wouldn't do it. It does come with minimal baby hair, but that really is irrelevant to this unit because there's bangs on this unit. Also, I noticed when I took out the package, the bangs were fairly long on me. At first, I was gonna cut them, but I'm like, no, I can just pull the wig back. So that's pretty much what I did. I didn't want to cut the bangs at all. Like I said, I was just so nervous going into trying to review this. I didn't want to mess up the unit or do anything, because like I said, the way that the texture is and everything on this unit, layers, blah, blah, blah. One thing wrong and you could screw up the entire unit. So I did not want to do that. So didn't cut the bangs, just kind of pulled the wig back on me a little bit, and we was good. And I know obviously the attraction on this wig are the curtain bangs, you guys. They're, like I said, they're definitely there, but it just depends on if you want to curl them a little more or however you want to style the wig. I've seen 2 people so far review it in the champagne color, and it came out pretty decent, but I was still a little bit taken aback because I'm like, oh, that champagne blonde color, ma'am, it just, the texture on that is just, oof, it's just not, yeah. Okay, so you guys already know I love my wigs to flow with me. I love a little bounce. It's giving bounce, but obviously it's really long, right? So I was noticing as I was walking through the house and things, I'm like, okay, let me see if it's giving a little bounce, you know, you know, some flowage going. It's not stiff at all. Like I said, it's really soft. But as far as the bounce is concerned, I don't think I'm going to get that unless I like wear this outside and see how the wind blows through her. But it does look natural. Obviously, the texture is great because it just looks really, really natural to me. Once again, I think that's also attributing to the color story that I did pick up. But yeah, as far as it like moving and flowing with me, it's cool, but maybe I should have like tried to do that while I had all of it down. But it's cool for me. Like I said, to me, it doesn't look wiggy at all. The texture is definitely going to be one of the winners of this unit. And also, like I said, it's a long unit, you guys, 28 inches in length coming to my waist area. Now, if you want to cut this part down here, you definitely can. But when you get to cutting up in here and all them layers, just be careful. That's all I got to say, girl. You can definitely cut it here, okay? But just be careful when you start moving them scissors up. Let's just go ahead and jump into the install, you guys. So as far as cutting the lace and just getting it on my head, that part was cool. I didn't have to go in with like concealer or anything on this wig. You definitely can around the banged area where it's parted, but it's definitely up to you. But just getting her on my head, that was the easy part. Styling it is where I was just like, girl, what the hell? So did that, kind of looked at it, and I'm like, okay, like I said, I wanted to do the first style how it was all the way down on the stock card, and I just started playing with the wig. You know, I wanted to make sure all the bangs were even, so I took a flat iron and kind of passed it through the bangs about 3 times. Not to the end of the bang. I just passed it mid-length through the bang, really light, didn't even close the whole flat iron, okay? Just to get it as flat as I could. Took a wax stick, went on there with the bangs again, and I was cool. Did not go through any of the rest of the wig with any other heat at all. I just took my vent brush and was brushing for my life. You know, the more curls I could get out that vent brush, the better. Also, a little tip, you can take your vent brush in a blow dryer and curl it that way if you want to play it safe. But that's just, you know, me giving you guys little tips if you don't want to go through it with a, you know, a flat iron and curl it yourself. But that's just me. I'm scary. I don't want to be messing up wigs, ma'am, especially wigs that are the price of the wig of this, okay? So that's pretty much all I did, and I was good to go with that style. And like I said, with the second style, I just took a little section, you know, I threw a little ponytail up here. Once again, I wanted to make sure that the bangs were sleeked and laid down as far as possible. Because of time, I really was going to kind of wrap the bangs to keep them flat, but obviously I have to get on camera and I can't wait all day to do it. So I did what I could, took a rat tail comb, and I kind of just combed the bangs down there, and I was just like pressing on the bang. And I mean, it came out the way I wanted it to, so I was just like, okay, that's fine. And once again, just kind of flared the layers out. I just sprayed a very small amount of hairspray around there, and I was good to go. So I would say styling it wasn't too big of a deal if you are familiar with units, you guys, okay? Wasn't in the mirror no longer than 20 minutes, and I was pretty much done. The cons and the pros of PH1. Okay, let's go ahead and start with the cons. I will say, this is not a beginner-friendly wig at all. This is more intermediate. So if this is like your first time getting this unit, and on top of it being a frontal, I would definitely shy away from that. This is going to be more for an intermediate or expert, you know, skilled person who's familiar with frontals, thicker textured units, things like that, okay? So keep that in mind. Now, as far as the cons are concerned, there needed to be more curls in the unit. There were not enough curls for me. It did look like the stock card as far as the curls are concerned, you guys, over there at Outre. So I'm going to need more curls. It should have came packaged and those little foamy things wrapped around so the curls could have stayed. So that was definitely a con for me, because without the curls, it's like, okay, do you even have a wig, right? So there was enough in it for me to work with, but I just wanted those curls to be a bit tighter. I know on the stock card it's looser curtain bangs, but we still need them to be a little bit more pronounced. So that was definitely a con for me. Another con for me, okay, the color story. So I was cool with most of the colors, but that champagne blonde, that's gonna give people issues. That's going to give people issues. So, you know, I don't even think that should have been a choice on this. Or it should have been a different blonde with a dark, like a dark root, right? So that's gonna be an issue for some. That's just my take on it. But like I said, the rest of the color stories, great. Had no issue with that at all. Also, another con, quite a bit of shedding with this unit, you guys. No tangling as of yet, but you do get a little bit of shedding with the unit, which is not a deal breaker. It's a synthetic wig, whatevs. But you do get quite a bit of shedding with the unit. And then fourthly, like I said, the texture is great. But if you decide on that blonde color, it's just a different texture. I can look at it from seeing the 2 videos I saw and know that that texture is not the texture on this wig. It just wasn't. Like I said, it must be the dye or something, but the texture on the blonde color wig is just going to be a no. But as far as everything else, as far as I would say the color story, I would say the length, it could have been a little bit shorter. This is 28 inches, would have preferred to be 25. Would have gave the layers a little bit more oomph as far as volume is concerned. But other than that, I'm going to go ahead and recommend the unit. Like I said, this is not wig beginner friendly, more on the intermediate take. And also this is going to be a fall and winter wig. This is not going to be an all year round long wig, but it is absolutely gorgeous if you can get it to the style you want it to. It's a very, very beautiful unit, you guys. So y'all head on over to Ebony Line. Pick PH1. Okay guys, that's pretty much it for this review. If you enjoyed my content today, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, as well as sub to the KSQUAD right now. Follow me on YouTube Shorts for more beauty and hair content, as well as TikTok and Instagram at latesha-kharizma 76. I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay beautiful and blessed. Bye.